This is my recreation of GTA 6 with an entire playable mission, a playable section of Vice City with realistic driving, and advanced police AI, with them being able to do field sobriety testing on you, pulling you over for speeding, reckless driving, and more. And I did this all in a week and a half. Why? Because I needed a reason to make Lucia jiggle physics. Wait, actually, that's a horrible reason for wanting to make this. Alright, so GTA 6 comes out in like 8 months, and I want to make some parts of it before then, because I keep seeing a lot of people saying I made GTA 6, but it's usually not even the game and just some random cinematic they created. So I want to make an actual playable version of it. Also, it's a fairly trendy topic right now, and I know this sounds like bandwagoning, but I actually do play GTA. Like, I know this guy right here is Arthur Morgan.
What?
And this is Franklin. Everyone knows Franklin. So starting off, we need our main characters, Jason and Lucia. Now, their models are super realistic, so I was planning to make them using UE5's MetaHuman, but it was too laggy. So I tried using this app called Character Creator 5, but most of the features were put behind a darn paywall, and I literally have $3 to my name. So we're gonna have to use a pre-made model. Now, unfortunately for us, there was only one decent looking Lucia model and no Jason models at all. Besides from this one that isn't rigged, and oh my goodness, my mouse accidentally slipped and clicked on this anime girl. How did this happen?
Yeah, that brother's starving. Yes, sir.
Anyway, Lucia's model looks pretty bad, but don't worry, I can fix her. So I created a new Unity project using HDRP for better graphics, and can we just take a moment to look at this scene? I mean, come on. This is Unity we're looking at, by the way. A better game engine. Fight me, Unreal Engine. Anyway, after placing her into our scene and working on her for a couple hours, I can show you boys this. And what can I say? The model definitely does look better in game. This dude even added the mole on her face, which is actually some good level of attention. Side by side, we went from this to this, which is actually insane. To make her even more realistic, I added subsurface scattering to her skin. If you don't know what this is, then get your phone's flashlight and shine it through your skin. That red glow is basically subsurface scattering, but in real life. And just look at the difference. Without subsurface scattering, with subsurface scattering. Look, I'm too good. But we currently are missing something on our model though. That's right, physics. This is totally necessary for the demo. We need this. So I spent countless hours trying to make this in Unity, did many hours of research. So that's how it moves. And finally, after hours of back-breaking labor, I can present to you this. This was absolutely necessary, by the way. It's just so perfect. I can't resist to. Yo, I'm actually never doing that again. Oh my. Guys, that last part didn't happen. It was totally sorry AI. Yeah, must have been the wind or something. Crazy, right? AI just getting a tad bit too realistic nowadays. And I also figured out how to do hair physics. This is something I figured out later on how to do, and it basically won't be in any clips. Sorry. Looks cool though. Look at those individual strands moving. GTA 7 type quality. Anyway, so with that taken care of, we need some movement. Now, I could just slap Unity's default third-person controller on and call it a day, but that wouldn't cut it for me. Look at this. This is not how characters move in GTA. I mean, you can even jump while standing still. Super unrealistic. So I reworked just about this entire system because I want to be different from all the others who made GTA 6. I added a ton of things like inverse kinematics, so your feet won't clip through the map. Cause I mean, look at this. She was literally floating before, and now she's not. I got rid of the jumping ability and only made it enable if you're moving a certain amount. And I added the ability to crouch and to climb. And that completes our setup for Lucia. The sights having the ability to wield weapons, but I'll be adding that later because I want the player to have to retrieve weapons from their car, you know, instead of pulling out an entire bazooka from your pocket. Sort of like how RDR2 does it. But in able to do that, we need a car. But cars can't drive with nothing, so I think it's about time we out our city. Miami, one of the most beautiful cities in America. And if you somehow don't know, this is where GTA 6 is taking place. But instead of Miami, it's called Vice City. Now, obviously, I can't remake all this. That would take me actual years, and by the time I'm done, GTA 7 will be out. So for this project, I'm gonna just pick a small section to make. So I went on Google Earth, did a little bit of scouting. Hey, bucko, what you doing there? Look at that car. I sure do love Hellcats. Is what you think I would say, cause I'm black. Well, psych, I actually prefer the Tesla right here. I mean, listen to its engine. Pure bliss. Once I decided the area where I want the game to take place in, I cut out that area using the snipping tool and placed it into Unity. Now, making the city took me quite a while, so let me just showcase me making it into a montage instead. Now, the city is already looking good, but let's be honest, right now, this looks like some generic Unreal Engine game.
But what the hell?
So it looks kind of realistic, but I want to make it stylized realistic. So let's take a moment to look at a Rockstar game that did this, obviously RDR2. This game is gorgeous, and luckily for us, I just happen to have a copy of it. So let's hop in the game to take a moment to see how Rockstar achieved this look. And no, this isn't me just giving myself a reason to play RDR2. Come on, what are you saying? So RDR's graphics are super good, and going into a city like St. Denis, we can probably get a feel for what GTA 6 will look like. We have fog rendering in, like to have a cloudy haze around them, and
Hey, move it already.
hey buddy, who do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am?
What's your problem, partner? Something wrong aside from the obvious.
Alright buddy, time to send you to heaven. So I attempted to recreate the post-processing effect from RDR2, and I then thought about adding a parallax effect, aka fake interiors, to the buildings. This is something that will guarantee be in GTA 6 because obviously all the buildings will have interiors. This is what it's gonna look like. So I added it to our scene, and this is what it looks like now. So with the post-processing in and parallax effects in, I think that looks good. Just look at the city at night. Actually peak.
Perfect.
Walking around this scene is amazing. And can we just take a moment to look at the shadows of the trees? Look at that water. And I mean, since you are at the beach, might as well get in proper beach attire. So then look at the bike decals. Like, this actually looks real. You guys need to subscribe because come on, look at this. Looks pretty good. Might be glazed, but this actually looks phenomenal. Just don't look at the other half of the map and what the fuck. Now, I think it's about time we check the city off our list and actually put the Grand Theft Auto into this game. Because right now, we can't even do anything with this car. Matter of fact, I can just walk through it. Actually, now that I take a closer look, this car is actually a highly explosive device, aka a bomb. So I got this model of a car, with a tad bit of coding, and now our car is in the sky. Whoa, what is happening? And it just kept doing that. Every time I hit play, the car just turned into an airplane. So let's just go to our testing scene to figure out why this is happening. So after we're doing some things with the wheels, I can press start and what? What the heck is going on? 500 errors? What did I do? To make a long story short, look, I finished it. Yay. We can actually move now. This actually looks pretty sick. So I just had to include some cinematic shots of the car driving by us. But actually driving the car in the city, oh my gosh, why is the camera so bad? Why is it lagging? Anyway, with that done, another thing I wanted to add to my version of GTA 6 was vehicle destruction. I mean, GTA 5's vehicle destruction is okay, I guess, considering that it came out in 2013, but come on, this is hardly realistic. I mean, you're telling me if I'm going 100 miles per hour in my car and crash into a brick wall, the bumper just falls off? Come on. In real life, your car will become a little accordion and crumple like paper. Now, GTA 6 doesn't have to have vehicle destruction like BeamNG, but I mean, it can at least somewhat be around that level. So I found this add-on from the Unity asset store that could deform our car for us, because I'm not making that from scratch, and it looked pretty good in game. Took me quite a while to hook up, but I figured it out. So with that, I added it to our car, because before I could drop a 900-pound brick on my car and it would do absolutely nothing. But now if I drop on the car, it still does absolutely nothing. What the heck? Alright, so if I slide the cube into the car, it now does something. So now if I drive into a wall, give the game time to load, the front of the car gets absolutely wrecked. And now I can say it's way more destructive than GTA 5's. The car is still pretty drivable though. And that sums up what I did for the cars. I want to add better suspension, but it was already Thursday, and I only have till Sunday to get this finished. So for the sake of this video, let's move on to something more complex. Police AI. Police in GTA, let's be honest, kinda suck. I'm not gonna be too harsh. I mean, the game was developed in like 2010. But to break it down, with 1 star, they can arrest you. 2 stars, they shoot at you and won't arrest you anymore. And at more, things just get harder. Not to mention that cops in the game don't even care about traffic laws at all. Like, you can run a red light, they wouldn't care. Oh, you just slammed into somebody else's car? Must have been the wind, huh? But the moment you start honking at them, might as well get ready to get obliterated.
You're a big fucking turd.
So I want to make a system where the police pull you over for speeding, reckless driving, and I want them to be able to do full sobriety testing on you. So in able to do that, first I found this police car and added some textures to it, and gave it those iconic blue and red lights. Next I added an nav mesh to the surface, which basically tells the AI for the car what stuff is, so it won't crash into that stuff, and it should know what surface it can drive on. But calling our car AI is being a bit generous. The car is more like an A, no intelligence, because I never coded something like this before and just added on to our previous script. And what are you doing? Why? Anyway, the cop can drive now, and my mind hurt. So since we have our police in a pretty decent state now, I can add the features I wanted in. Number 1 being getting pulled over for speeding. Some people might not want this in GTA 6 because they love absolutely going over the speed limit, but I think it would be pretty cool. Also, way more realistic. So I added some stuff to our cop, so if you pass them going over 30 miles per hour, you should get pulled over. Here's me going the speed limit, and here's me absolutely flying past the cop, giving it 1 star. Next, I want the cop to pull you over if you didn't hit the gosh darn subscribe button. Come on, that was a pretty decent segue. Help me get 100k this year, please. Okay, being real, I want the cop to pull you over if you run a red light, which was really easy to implement, just a couple of triggers. And now you can see this officer won't even pull me over because the light's green. But now, sir, yeah, I'm gonna just run through this red light and there's nothing you can do about it. I want this in GTA 6 so bad. Rockstar, if you're watching, please. And now we can do full sobriety testing. So this one was a bit complicated, so let me dumb it down for everyone's sake. Basically, if you're constantly hitting things or swerving too much and the cop sees you, they'll begin following you, but won't pull you over yet. But if you keep driving like this, then they'll pull you over. And so I made the player have to walk in a straight line to prove their innocence. I really hope this gets in GTA 6, because the police in GTA 5 really don't care, and it'll make the player drive more cautiously around cops, which I think will be sick. Well, time for the final part of our game, making an actual mission. Now, I have no clue what the story for GTA 6 will be, but from the looks of trailer 2, it looks like we're getting out of prison. So I'm assuming that after we get out of prison, Jason and Lucia just decide to rob a diner because they need cash. Now, how do I know they might rob a diner? Well, this is where we start working on eggshells. So I gotta say stuff in a manner that won't trigger YouTube's copyright system and get this video taken down. So, if you've seen GTA 6's roof leaking, there was a droplet showing Lucia at a diner. So I'm pretty sure they robbed this after the whole prison thing. So let's make this diner. But for legal purposes, I'm totally just making a Waffle House based on my own design. Yeah. So after dedicating 7 hours coming up with my own design for this place, let me reveal this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are cooked. And not because the build is bad or anything. It is my own design and generally it looks really nice. Did I mention how this is my own design? It's just crazy how I came up with this whole thing. Literally just came in my mind after watching a video about Waffle House, of course. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if I had made these chairs blue, we would be cooked. If you know, you know. 2022, September, leak. The food. Anyway, it's time to make our mission playable. I made it so you have to start the mission by getting your weapons from the trunk of your car. Because again, like I said before, pulling an entire bazooka from your pocket is impossible. This way you can only carry a certain amount of weapons with you. So I added the ability to interact with NPCs so you can rob the place. And so once you collect all the cash from the diner, I made it so you immediately get 5 stars and the cops chase after you. And so you have to hide until you lose them, completing the mission. And with that, we officially completed the game. I won't be releasing this because Rockstar would probably send me to prison. Anyway, if you want more videos like this, just like the video. 10k likes and I'll actually make RDR 3. The prequel. Subscribe, like, and comment. Join the Discord and don't forget the hype. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.